Now, to put this promotion in perspective, there were 6,372 officers that were commissioned in 1986 with Laura. And of those, only 47 became general officers of any rank, and only 5 achieved the rank of general. So that's a selection rate of less than 0.07%, a very impressive accomplishment.
We're building a shared neighborhood where every woman, no matter her background, her race, her education, she can climb as high as her hard work can take her.
Army General Laura Richardson flew helicopters in Iraq and led an assault helicopter battalion.
Else in the military can you be a helicopter pilot, work at the White House, work at the United States Capitol, work at the Pentagon, and lead American sons and daughters in combat.
Leading Army North in welcoming our Afghan guests to new lives in the United States. Our Army, our nation, are in good hands with Laura Richardson leading.
To present the Distinguished Military Leadership Award, please welcome Atlantic Council Executive Vice Chair, Adrienne Arsht.
It's really such a pleasure to be here to present this next award to someone whose life and career have been dedicated to the protection and prosperity of each of us here tonight. Now let me provide a bit of context for you. How and when did I meet General Richardson? I attended the change of command at Southcom in October of 2021 to celebrate the retirement of the Southcom commander, Admiral Craig Fowler. And thus, I met the incoming commander, Laura Richardson. And as a footnote, Craig Fowler has become a distinguished fellow at the Adrienne Arsht Latin America Center and the Scowcroft Center for Strategy and Security here at the Atlantic Council. General Richardson has served in the United States Army for the past 37 years. She leads by example, showing others, in particular men, that it's possible to forge a path many would deem impossible. From an early age, General Richardson set goals that few would think achievable. She earned her private pilot's license by the age of, I was told 15, John said 16, but you get it. Don't you love it that 2 honorees were pilots before they could vote? And if you think she spent all of her time in the air, think again. She was also an accomplished competitive swimmer, and I might say, like Christine Lagarde, who was equally a synchronized swimmer in France. It's easy to see why the Army was eager to recruit a person with such gumption, and it certainly makes sense that her accomplishments wouldn't have stopped there. From commanding an assault helicopter battalion in combat in the 101st Airborne Division to serving as the Chief of Army Legislative Liaison to the U.S. Congress, and now as a decorated 4-star general, she has consistently earned accolades for her contributions. Obviously, it's particularly special to me that General Richardson has had such extraordinary accomplishments across South and Central America and the Caribbean. As you know, that's my wheelhouse. In addition to strengthening military relationships with our neighbors to the south, General Richardson has maintained a steadfast U.S. presence in Latin America and the Caribbean by providing COVID-19, climate, and humanitarian crisis relief, focusing on how to impede the illicit drug trade and prioritizing 21st century security challenges. Now, more than ever, General Richardson's role in working with regional partners across the Americas will be pivotal in building a more secure, equitable, and prosperous future for the region. Simply put, she is a beacon of leadership for women and girls who wonder if a career in the military, in a cockpit, or in a room often filled only with men is a career worth pursuing. She is an undeniable example of leadership, integrity, and determination. And now, it is my great honor to present the Atlantic Council Distinguished Military Leadership Award to my friend, badass General Laura Richardson.
Well, good evening, and thank you. I'm deeply humbled to be here this evening, and I'm honored to serve this great nation in uniform and to represent the men and women of America's armed forces. Adrienne, thank you for introducing me tonight. I, like many others, are so grateful for your example and your life's work in giving back. Everything you do through the Atlantic Council's Adrienne Arsht Latin American Center make this world a better place. Thank you for your leadership and your friendship. To the Atlantic Council, I am enormously grateful to receive this award this evening. A special thank you to Chairman John Rogers and CEO Fred Kemp for your exemplary leadership and the amazing work the Council does day in and day out to provide in-depth analysis on overwhelming, complex issues across our globe. As the 32nd Commander of the United States Southern Command, I can tell you that we have benefited immensely from the in-depth analysis for 6 decades that the Atlantic Council provides. I'm proud to say that U.S. Southcom will celebrate its 60th anniversary on the 11th of June this year. Latin America and the Caribbean is a vast region of 31 countries with 28 like-minded democracies, and U.S. Southern Command works very closely with their military and public security forces on security cooperation initiatives. All of this is based in human rights, the rule of law, and the professionalization of their forces. But now this region requires a call to action. All of our partners are struggling to deliver for their people. They're suffering from the devastating impacts from COVID and the 170 million people that were thrown into poverty. This is a vicious cycle of insecurity and instability that transnational criminal organizations create. They are more powerful, they're violent, and they have diversified their portfolio. They not only traffic drugs, they traffic humans, they conduct illegal mining, illegal logging, deforestation, and illegal fishing. This, combined with climate change, severe droughts, extreme storms, and 7 million Venezuelans who have fled into an already desperate Western Hemisphere, is causing people and families to leave their homes for a better life in historic numbers of irregular migration. If that weren't enough, this desperate situation allows the Chinese Communist Party to step in with its Belt and Road Initiative under the disguise of investment, but really to extract the country's critical infrastructure. With its debt traps of loans, shoddy work, cost overruns, and bribery of senior officials. Countries have no other choice other than to turn to the CCP to try and show some sort of progress for their people. And Russia, with its prolific disinformation campaign, delivered through Russia Today, Español, Sputnik Mundo, Telesur, with over 31 million followers in Latin America. It only further exacerbates the situation, and especially during presidential elections. But there is a solution to these complex challenges, and it starts with the United States, because Team USA is committed to democracies across the globe. Bringing together all of the elements of national power in a strategic, focused effort at the same time to form Team Democracy and assist struggling democracies to overcome these challenges. And so they don't have to rely on a communist government such as the CCP for help. It's diplomatic by having our US ambassadors confirmed and in the seat, economic through our private sector investment, which we need to bring to bear and showcase, military, which I represent with US Southern Command, and informational by flooding the information space and capturing the narrative with what Team Democracy is doing for partner democracies in the region. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about this topic and about this hemisphere. President Biden says that in his national security strategy, that no region impacts the United States more than the Western Hemisphere. I agree, and this region is our shared neighborhood, and good neighbors take care of each other. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of United States Southern Command and on behalf of the 28 democratic Western Hemisphere military and public security forces who are working overtime every day on the stopwatch to deliver safety and security for their people. And what a privilege to be recognized tonight alongside such amazing women who have accomplished so much. This group is a representation of how far we have come, but also a reminder of how much more work there is to be done. Tonight, I stand in awe of the courage and the resilience of all Iranian women and girls. Women, peace, and security is a critical component of successful democracies, and it's a key part of all the engagements that I do in the hemisphere. We must be intentional about recruitment, retention, training, and advancement of women, because if we take our eye off the ball, we risk losing an entire generation. As we set out to shape the global future together, none of us can do it alone. We need a community like the Atlantic Council and everyone here tonight. I've been fortunate to have a great community of support made up of family, friends, and colleagues. I'd like to thank my husband, Jim, who served in the Army for 40 years and spent 35 of it married to me. Our daughter, Lauren, and my granddaughter, Anna, who are here with me tonight, for all the love and support they provide. Thank you, Atlantic Council, and ladies and gentlemen. I just want to thank everyone and really appreciate everything that the Atlantic Council does, Adrienne, Arsht, and all of you here this evening. Thank you very much.